Have you ever wondered if what you call love is really a cage? Have you ever felt like your emotions don't belong to you anymore? As if someone else is quietly pulling the strings? Every day, everywhere, these predators walk among us, choosing the most fragile parts of you to sink their teeth into. They offer you love, safety, understanding, but it's all a lie, a perfectly crafted illusion, a trap, almost impossible to escape. Hello. Tonight, we explore something that doesn't just touch your heart. It digs deep into your soul. This is the story of the silent predator, the one who doesn't chase you in the night, but whispers into your ear during the day, the one who knows your wounds and uses them to control you. This predator isn't some stranger in the dark. They're the one who loves you the most, the one who claims to understand you better than anyone. Tonight, we'll reveal how they enter your mind, rewrite your heart, and turn love into a weapon. It always starts small, a compliment, a little help when you need it most, that one magical moment when you feel, finally, someone gets me. The predator spots you, they smell your insecurities. They read the desires you've never spoken out loud. They make you feel special, talented, seen. They give you everything you've ever dreamed of. This is love bombing, a flood of attention, compliments, affection, constant messages, late-night calls. They praise you for the smallest things. They make you feel like you've found your missing half, and you're high on it, a love so intense. It feels like a drug. But it's bait, a sweet, deadly bait, because the predator wants dependency. They want to become your world, so you never realize that your cage is being built, brick by invisible brick. Bit by bit, they isolate you from your friends, from your family, from yourself. They don't understand us. They're jealous. They don't want what's best for you. And you believe it, because the predator is now your only truth. Your world now orbits around them. Their likes become your likes. Their voice becomes your law. And you become an empty shell. And the worst part? You still call it love. Now you know how the trap is laid. Next, we'll uncover why you walked into it, how your own hidden wounds pushed you into the arms of a monster wearing a lover's mask. Now the trap is visible, but the real question is, why did you walk into it? Why did your soul hand itself over to the predator? It wasn't just their cunning, it was your own invisible wounds, the ones you've buried deep enough to forget, but not deep enough to escape. The first crack lies in your attachment style, that invisible blueprint of how you learned to connect with others back in childhood. If you grew up with inconsistency, neglect, or fear, your nervous system got trained to chase love like a ghost. So now, as an adult, you crave connection, but you're terrified of losing it. You become anxious, desperate. You cling to affection like air. Even the predator's shallow love feels like a drug, and you'll do anything to keep the high going, even destroy yourself, even surrender your dignity, even let someone crush you if it means they won't leave. And then comes the second hook, trauma bonding. This one is the cruelest. This is the real black magic. Here, the predator hurts you and then heals you. Over and over again, pain and pleasure, chained together like handcuffs, they insult you, undermine you, crush your spirit. And when you're nothing but dust, they hold you, they whisper kindness, and your broken heart starts to believe they're the only one who truly cares. You get addicted to the cycle, pain, comfort, pain, comfort, and that cycle becomes love. Not because it is, but because it's all you've ever known. Then enters the third layer, narcissistic hooks. These predators, they don't love you. They love what you do for their ego. They feed on worship. They demand praise, but never give it back. They'll chip away at your confidence, remind you of your flaws, laugh at your dreams until you feel small, broken, useless, and once you're fragile enough, they paint themselves as perfect and the only one who could ever tolerate someone like you. You start to believe them. You become grateful for their cruelty. And your self-worth? It's gone, stomped into the dirt. You don't even notice, but all of it stems from the same place. Your unmet desires, the longing to be loved, to be seen, to be chosen. The predator sees that empty space inside you and fills it with poison that tastes like honey. You don't even resist. You open the door yourself and hand them the key. Now you know why you stayed, why the chains felt warm, why the prison felt like home. You weren't weak. You were wounded. And predators, they don't hunt the strongest. They hunt the unhealed. Next, we go deeper. Why do humans need to control others? Where does that hunger come from? Why are some people not satisfied with love, but need power over it? In the next chapter, we tear into the twisted psychology of control and expose the heart of the predator. Now we descend into the black well, the place where all this hunger is born. Manipulation, domination, control. Why do humans crave power over others? Why do they worship control like a god? And why do they destroy themselves in the process? The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once wrote about the will to power. No, he didn't say might is right, like some drunk uncle. He said there's something inside every human being, a deep, primal urge to assert power, to rise, to dominate, to control fate itself. Some people channel this will into creation art, leadership, courage, but some twist it into a weapon. They use it to control, degrade, devour. Manipulators are hungry wolves dressed as shepherds, but they don't protect, they feed. Then came Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis. He told us something terrifying, that beneath your conscious mind lies a vast, dark ocean, the unconscious. That's where your forgotten traumas live, your shame, your broken desires, your most dangerous urges. The manipulator dives into that ocean. They whisper to your hidden fears. They awaken the needs you've buried. They learn what you're trying to protect yourself from, and they strike right there. Psychological warfare, and you never see it coming. Then there was Carl Jung, who gave us the concept of the shadow, the dark part of you, the one you hide from others and from yourself. All your forbidden thoughts, your lust, your rage, your guilt, everything you pretend doesn't exist, lives there. Manipulators see that shadow, and worse, they accept it. They convince you they understand your darkness. They pull you into it. They offer you love inside the abyss. And just when you start to trust them, they rip you open from the inside. They use your shadow to destroy you. This isn't just psychology anymore. It's mythology, the devil, the vampire, the demon. These aren't just bedtime stories. They're symbols. They're masks we put on our own hunger. Humans have always been obsessed with power and immortality, but the deeper they go to find it, the more they rot. The manipulator becomes a parasite, feeding on others because they've forgotten how to feed themselves. And the victim? They give themselves up because they think it's love. So this isn't just about them. This is about us. Why we crave control, why we allow ourselves to be controlled. It comes from the same place our wounds, our insecurities, our filthy little secrets. It's not always evil, but it is human. Now, you know where the hunger comes from, but in the next chapter, you'll face the most brutal truth of all. We will hold up the mirror. We'll show you how you manipulate others, and how you are manipulated even now. Without knowing, it will tear you apart, but that's the only way to wake up. You've seen the predator, watched how they hunt, deceive, and consume. But now, it's time to face something far more dangerous, your own reflection, to stare into the mirror and down into your personal abyss. What if you are the manipulator? Or worse, what if you've been someone's puppet all along? Think about it. When you want something from someone, do you ever guilt trip them?
After everything I've done for you, and you can't do this one thing for me? Or, if you don't help, I'll be so hurt. That's manipulation, wrapped in the language of affection. Do you ignore people when they upset you? Do you mock their mistakes instead of talking it out? That's passive-aggressive manipulation. You're not just being distant, you're eroding their peace of mind.
Ever played the victim to draw sympathy? Exaggerated your pain to keep someone close? To make them feel responsible for you? That's not vulnerability, that's using empathy as a tool. Do you deflect blame when you make mistakes? Say things like, "This is all because of you," or "If you hadn't done that, I wouldn't have reacted this way." That's projection. It's the art of escaping responsibility by pointing the finger at everyone but yourself. And what about you? Are you being manipulated? Are you in a relationship where you're always made to feel wrong? Where you start questioning your own memory? That's gaslighting. Are you emotionally tied to someone who hurts you, then shows you just enough love to keep you close? That's trauma bonding. Here's the truth. We fall into these traps because of what's already broken inside us, our wounds, our unmet desires. And without realizing it, we become what we fear. We start controlling others because we think that's how we protect ourselves. The question isn't, are you being manipulated? The real question is, how long has it been happening? And worse, are you the very thing you're afraid of? You've now seen the silent predator. You've followed their patterns, felt the chill of their tactics. You've seen how deeply rooted the hunger for power is and how it can destroy even the ones who seek it. This knowledge, it isn't just information, it's a shield, a sword, and a compass. Now that you know how manipulation works, you can protect your mind. You can stop trading your identity for someone else's approval. But remember, knowledge comes with responsibility, and power always comes with a cost. Don't use what you've learned to hurt others. Don't become the very thing you escaped. Because if you do, life has its own way of balancing the scales. Your mind is your greatest weapon. Use it wisely, protect your peace, and live with awareness. Like this video, subscribe, share it so someone else can find clarity, and maybe peace.